Hello, everybody, and thank you for having me. My name is Rebecca Wiedemer, also known as the Spice Lady from Golden Grove Global, and we are an exclusive distributor of gourmet spices imported into the United States, in which we protect and promote these brands as their international brands. I've been really looking forward to meeting all of you on this virtual Zoom and being a part of this culinary education program, as it's very important to us and we love being involved in programs such as these. And it's an honor to share this information and all the wonderful samples with you. So I'll go ahead and get started. Which I already kind of did. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about various salts and peppers, some of the most prized and award-winning to be exact. And I will share some fun facts too, so bear with me on those. Did you know that salt is essential for human health, your nerves, your muscles, your circulation, and even your brain function? And that pepper also has been recognized for its medicinal qualities, as demonstrated by many recent medical studies. Plus, we all know how important salt and pepper can be in our cooking, too. So, what is salt? The main characteristic is the chemical compound NaCl, which is mostly sodium. However, there are vast differences between salts. Number one is volume and weight. Most people, when they're either salting or seasoning or using it in any form of cooking, they're usually using a pinch of salt. And there is a vast difference between a pinch of Himalayan salt versus a pinch of table salt. The second major difference is the texture. Salt can be coarse, it can be refined, flaky, or even a rock. You'll find salt in many different forms. The third characteristic is the solubility. How quickly does salt dissolve in water? Different salts dissolve at different rates, leaving a saturated brine as the result. And the major difference is taste, right? Salt transforms the flavor of everything, and it does a much better job to mask bitterness than sugar. And it even balances the sweetness in salted caramel. Another example is polenta. The corn is sweeter and the butter is more succulent when you add the correct amount of salt. Now, if everyone wants to take out their sample of Murray River salt, I will move forward. So Golden Grove Global started with a couple Aussie business partners who thought it would be a great idea to promote and protect the Australian Murray River salt brand in the United States. So we officially launched the brand at the New York Restaurant and Food Service Show in 2018. Now, Murray River salt is our flagship product, and we believe it is truly a gift of nature, like nothing on this earth. We take pride in the fact that it is packed at the source in Mildura, Australia. As you can see on the map, Mildura is in the southern part of Australia. And the Murray River salt, the blue line, is the largest body of running water in the country. These are pictures of the salt being extracted from the pristine mineral brines, which comes from ancient underground aquifers, which means, unlike the ocean sea salts, Murray River salt is 100% free from contamination because it comes from this inland body of water. Now, these are some of the special characteristics. Check out your sample. Notice its delicate, flaky texture. Murray River salt is 2/3 less sodium by volume, and it still tastes great. It's naturally pink because it's rich in minerals like potassium, calcium, and magnesium, and it's lower in a natural occurring iodine. There are no anti-caking agents like we were discussing with iodized salt earlier, and it's kosher certified and allergen-free. Now remember what I just said about Murray River salt being 2/3 less sodium by volume. When you look at the makeup of traditional table salt, you will see it sits at 24% sodium. Maldon and other popular finishing salts vary from 16 to 24% sodium, but the Murray River salt is only at 8% by sodium by volume. And when it comes to solubility, Murray River salt dissolves completely in cold water, which makes it great for the digestive system. Other salts do not dissolve completely and create a cloudy brine. Murray River salt dissolves completely clear, making it ideal for pickling, ciders, and more. Murray River salt enhances any food, and as we always say, everything tastes better with Murray River salt. It's perfect for baking, of course, and on meats, vegetables, desserts, and even cocktails. Chefs and critics love Murray River salt. You can check out some more testimonials on our website, which is listed on your informative postcard with your sample. And just weeks ago, Murray River salt was awarded the Superior Taste Award by the International Taste Institute in Brussels. This award is judged by over 200 master chefs and sommeliers. So once you've had this award-winning salt, you will never go back. And now moving on. We have just recently imported another very special salt line from Tasmania, Australia, called Tasman Sea Salt. Tasman Sea Salt is created off the east coast of Tasmania from the most pristine waters in the world, which actually produce some of the world's best seafood and lobster. So the mineral content is absolutely amazing. Tasman sea salt comes in 4 different flavors. The natural sea salt contains trace minerals naturally found in these pristine waters and incredible depth of flavor that will boost taste to all your food. Pick out your sample and notice the difference in texture. So we were always getting requests for flavored salts, and Murray River salt only comes in its pure form. So bringing these Tasmanian flavored salts has really made a difference and caught the attentions of foodies nationwide. The Tasman smoked sea salt is cold smoked over Tasmanian oak. And I'm always getting comments when doing tastings that the smoked salt is not overbearing like some which are very dark in color, but it still gives you that rich aromatic caramel flavor. Now this is a really fun one, the purple Tasman pepperberry flakes. So the pepperberry plant is native to Australia and creates a delicious spicy note. It's great on desserts, chocolate, and even these salted meringues with fruit, as you see here. Now, lastly is the Tasman wakame seaweed salt. Don't knock it until you tried it. Yes, there are even seaweed cookies out there. Like a dip in the ocean, the natural sea flakes are combined with locally forged wakame seaweed, and so it'll bring this earthiness to your cooking and baking. Okay, now for the grand finale. Who here loves pepper as much as I do? And who has ever tried making or tried some peppercorn bread? All right, bear with me. Here are some fun facts about pepper. Pepper is the #1 selling spice in America, and it has been used in cooking for over 2,000 years. Pepper was mostly eaten by the wealthy in the past because it was so expensive, and in the Middle Ages, a man's wealth was measured by his stockpile of pepper. The Romans would even demand pepper as ransom when besieging a city. Pepper does lose its flavor and aroma through evaporation, so it's best to be kept in an airtight container. Now, here are some popular ways to use pepper. Coating steaks with crushed peppercorns before cooking creates the classic dish steak au poivre. Keeping a pepper mill on your dining room table so you can add its spark to any of your favorite dishes is ideal. Also, combining olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper makes a delicious salad dressing. And lastly, the perfect recipe for tasting pepper incorporates strawberries. And if I was there in person, I would definitely be passing them out right now. So you can only imagine the possibilities on desserts and baked goods. Now, here's a little overview on peppercorns, the basics. We all know pepper is obtained by the vine Peppernicurium, and it has been around for more than 3,000 years. All peppercorns start out as green peppercorns, which are those unripe fruit on the Peppernicurium plant. The fruit grows in a long, thick bunch on the vine, clustered somewhat like grapes. These bright green fruits are either cooked or sun-dried. Peppercorns are native to the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. Sorry about that. And did you know that in the 15th century, Christopher Columbus set out on his 3 ships in order to find a new trade route to the East Indies. And it was believed by sailing west he would reach the East. But the allure of the East was its mysterious source of these coveted spices, largely pepper. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, since ancient times, pepper has been recognized for its medicinal qualities. It's good for digestion, and it helps prevent and combat various forms of cancer. It has an antibacterial and anti-inflammatory property. It is also an antidepressant and has aphrodisiac qualities. So now let's look at traditional black peppercorns. Black pepper is available in whole, crushed, or ground. To ensure best flavor, you should really buy whole peppercorns and grind them yourself just before use. In addition to its superior flavor, buying whole peppercorns will ensure that you are purchasing unadulterated pepper, since ground pepper is often sometimes mixed with other spices. Whole peppercorns should be heavy, compact, and free of blemishes, as you see here. Black pepper should also be kept in a tightly sealed glass container in a cool, dry, dark place. Whole peppercorns will actually keep almost indefinitely, while ground pepper only stays fresh for about 3 months. Pepper can be frozen, although this will make the flavor more pronounced. So did you know the difference between organic and non-organic pepper? It really has all to do with how it's produced. For example, organic pepper is produced without synthetic, meaning human-made, pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers. Studies have reported that organic pepper has higher levels of minerals and antioxidants. And if the pepper is certified organic, that means that 95% or more of it is organic ingredients. And did you know that pepper is also an excellent source of manganese, vitamin K, copper, dietary fiber, and a good source of iron, chromium, and calcium? Well, that's a mouthful. Now, pepper comes in many colors, right? Green, black, red, white. All of them come from the same plant. The color is just related to how it has been processed. So I wanted to share an example of mixed peppercorns. As you see here, there are a variety of red, black, and white and green peppercorns. Although you may think you're getting a good deal when you buy them together at the supermarket, most likely the reason for this mixture is due to it being machine processed. Some pepper farms will use a machine to go through and just grab all the peppercorns from the vine at once, resulting in this mixed selection. Now, other pepper farms take pride in hand-picking and hand-sorting all their peppercorns into the varieties accordingly. Moving along with some more fun facts of health benefits offered by pepper. Pepper is great for the stomach. It boosts secretion of hydrochloric acid, which improves digestion. Pepper also stimulates urination and sweating, which is necessary for removing toxins from the body. And in recent medical studies, it's found that black pepper is useful in fighting several medical conditions like chemo prevention, tumor growth control, and skin conditions. Peppercorn assists in cognitive brain functioning. Peppercorns also possess an outer layer that assists with the breakdown of fat cells. Therefore, using pepper as an ingredient in your food will help aid in the weight loss process. Pepper also helps lower cholesterol. I love this one. When consumed, the components in pepper are like fiber, and they scrape off the excess cholesterol in your arterial walls, and this prevents conditions like cardiac arrest. So finally, we are at our last product sample, the wonderful Kampot Pepper by Plantation, recently featured on NPR, BBC Travel, and the New York Times as the world's most prized pepper. So Kampot pepper comes from the region of Kampot in Cambodia. Since the 13th century, the region of Kampot has developed pepper plantations comprised of co-ops of farmers and is the perfect territory and has the most exceptional soil for growing pepper. Not so fun fact, during the Revolutionary War, the dictator at the time was so upset that the pepper was being traded to the French that he had it all destroyed and burnt to the ground. The process to rejuvenate this crop has been a long one, but they're finally back to normal. This actually happened in the 70s, so not too long ago. Moving on, Kampot pepper stands out by their unique flavors. Kampot pepper has been elected by chefs and foodies as one of the best peppers in the world, mainly because it's not so overpowering as some of the cheaper Indian peppers can be, and has, just a very, delicate taste. The black pepper are, harvested by hand, seeded, washed, sun-dried for about 2 to 3 days. And the black pepper has strong and delicate aromas. Its taste is intense and mild at the same time, with hints of eucalyptus and mint. It complements grilled meats and fish perfectly. The red peppercorns are harvested just at the right moment at full maturity. They are washed and then sun-dried. And this is the region's flagship product, most popular, because of its unique taste. It's less spicy than black pepper and has sweet notes of red fruit and honey, making it great for desserts. And then the white peppercorns is a result of the transformation of the red peppercorn. Its outer coat is removed by soaking for only 1 night, and it has an intense spicy taste that conceal hints of fresh herbs and lemon. The red and the white peppers are extremely rare because of their difficulty in harvesting at the right moment. And the Kampot region is one of the few to produce their white pepper from the red peppercorn. Traditionally, white pepper is produced by soaking black peppercorns and removing the skin. Now, this is truly one of a kind. Last but not least is the Monday Blue Ribbon award-winning salted pepper. This is an exclusive production of Law Plantation, and we are really proud to bring this to the United States for the first time. This unique pepper is addictive from the first corn. It's like popping a little jalapeno in your mouth. These salted peppercorns do not go in a grinder, and that's because they have sort of a soft and wet content, almost like a caper. So they're more of a finishing pepper with a crisp and intense flavor explosion. Try them on top of a lemon and white chocolate shortbread. Now, what will you think of baking next? So, like I said in the beginning, we're huge proponents of culinary education, and also Murray River Salt are very involved in programming throughout Australia. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly if you have any questions or would like any more samples to share with your fellow students or chefs within the community. As I mentioned, we're local, and on all your samples, my information, phone number, email, websites are all on there.